Okay, so you did say that you liked the workshop. Everything was great, and big. And you
Yeah.
know why you liked it? Because you were a regular practitioner. If you are
I,
regularly getting into any kind of practice, it eventually will make a difference in your life.
yeah. Yeah, but also the material is concise, it's precise, it's organized very well. So it's easy to follow along and it doesn't take too much time. Like if
It,
something is going to take an hour or more, then it's difficult to carve out that time. But if something takes,
yeah,
15 to
like
20 minutes or
like
30
Reiki.
minutes,
The Reiki
yeah,
does take a lot of time, and yes,
yeah,
that is why we
yeah,
need something which is much quicker and
yeah,
simpler to use.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we had already shared about the workshop that this is a channeled workshop. It was gifted to me by Divine Sources. This is Guruji. Guruji is from Punjab, Jalandhar, and Dugri, and then he made home in Gurgaon and Delhi eventually. He passed away in 2007, um, after which his presence has been felt even more by the devotees, the ones who are following him. So he's as big as Sai Baba was, and people do really believe in him. I wasn't really a follower, but somebody from the Zen group itself took me to his temple once, and that's when the blessings just poured in like crazy after that. So now I am an ardent follower, I would say.
What's
Then
his name?
he's just called Guruji. His
Okay.
name is Nirmal Singh, but he is known as Guruji across the globe. And if anybody asks which Guruji, it's like Dugri Wale Guruji or Jalandhar Wale Guruji. Everybody has different names for him. But he has a very
Mm,
big temple in Delhi, which is called Bada Mandir or
okay.
Bade Mandir, and divine place, really. But he has temples across the world now.
Mm.
Where are you? You are in the East Coast. I think
Yes, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
he has a temple in Edison, I think.
Oh, okay.
Then there is, of course, Guruji can do anything. Okay, any impossible task. His only two asks were, mantra jap, which is a simple mantra of Om Namah Shivaya, Shivji Sada Sahai, Om Namah Shivaya, Guruji Sada Sahai. And just do the mantra jap and you will see blessings coming through. And the other one was doing Shukrana, gratitude for everything that you have. Okay, something doesn't work your way, thank you, it didn't work my way, maybe I have better blessings, right? So
Mm.
just thank you, you saved me from something, so thank you for everything good and bad. And that's his only teaching. He doesn't do any kind of big talks and give sermons or anything, nothing of the sort, just his presence. And he used to feed people, so there was a lot of langar prasad just like you have in the gurudwaras.
And what is the mantra jap you said?
Om Namah Shivaya, Shivji Sada Sahai. Om Namah Shivaya, Guruji Sada Sahai. I can share it with you if you want.
Okay, that would
And
be good. Mhm.
he has a lot of presence on YouTube and Facebook if you just searched also.
Okay.
I'll share the mantra with you later. And there's, of course, he can do anything. He has divine grace. He is said to be the form of Sadashiv.
Okay.
So people have seen him in that form as well. Now, and of course, he only died recently. So there are people who have met him who share his sermons regularly and share their experiences with him regularly on YouTube. So you can hear a lot of people telling about their experiences with him. Then there is Shivji. Of course, Shivji is of divine blessings. Anyways, he's Bole Baba. He gives you anything you want. He doesn't ask. You want something wrong, he'll give you that also. And Mother Kuan Yin is the mother of mercy and compassion. She does free us of a lot of our karmic issues. Okay. And Mother Kuan Yin was the first person I got connected to when I went into spirituality, which was very strange for other people who were in spirituality for a very long number of years. And when they asked me on how I got through, and I was like, just Mother Kuan Yin came through to me on her own. That's how I literally started getting into spirituality much deeper. And they were like, that's very strange. Mother Kuan Yin doesn't really go to people. You have to
Mm.
be spiritually in the world for a very, very long time for her to come. But So it went, मेरे साथ सारा कुछ उल्टा ही चला था. So now I think I'm going back to the beginning, but I started from the very end. You've already shared your experience about the workshop, and I'm thankful that you liked it. I'm glad you joined. There are a lot of other people who wanted to, but did not. Oh, it's going to take too much time, kind of thing, and didn't join. Any question and answers or questions that you have that I can answer?
Yeah. So the uh, one of the symbols, the clearing symbol,
The Trishul.
Trishul. Is there any specific way to draw it, or anything is okay? First the straight line, and then the U, or U first, and then the straight line. It doesn't matter.
Anything is fine.
Okay. Okay.
So when I was gifted these symbols, there was no way of this is how you draw it, that's how you draw it. It was more like this is a symbol which is going to be protective. It was obviously given by Lord Shiva. So it was like, this is how I protect you. I always carry this with me. This is my protection for you guys. This is my symbol. It is, symbolic of him as well. And that's how it came about.
And then when you're doing for others, in person and remote, what is the protocol or the process to be followed?
Okay. I am just coming there next.
Okay.
Okay. There was a recap on the symbols, but I don't think you really
Mhm.
need it because we did a recap yesterday as well with
Mm.
the baggage clearing. So the flame is, of course, the healing flame, which will give you aura clearing. And if you did the baggage clearing meditation, you can see that you can clear any kind of baggage by just burning it out as well with the
Mm.
flame
Mm.
symbol. So the flame is, of course, very, very good. The divine source symbol is what is the balancing symbol. Interestingly, it also resembles the Honsha Zeishonen, the new version of Honsha Zeishonen. Um and it is a very, very balancing symbol. It is also something that clears out debris from the chakras. So if I'm just constantly drawing it on a chakra, I can literally visualize things coming out of it like toxic waste. Um, the emotional healing symbol is the three moons. Moon, of course, is emotional. The three moon goddesses, you can call it, or the three moon, again, has a lot of effect on our emotions, a lot of effect on our water levels in the body, which, if there is low water in the body, will cause issues in the physical system as well as the emotional side. So this does tend to balance all of that. Then the Trishul, of course, is protection. It helps to cut cords. So just like we have scissors, we have the axe, we have the Trishul, which helps to just pierce through things. It pierces through any cords that are attached to us. I am going to go more into certain things, like, of course, we don't need to do that. The self healing, we do recommend that you do a 21-day self healing at a minimum to be able to activate the symbols within yourself
Mm.
so that all the symbols get absorbed easily within you and you are able to just think of the symbol and it gets activated. And that does happen. You just think of the symbol and you can activate it after one point. So when I gave you the self healing during the initial part of the session, I said draw the symbol and wait for it to absorb for 3 to 5 minutes on each chakra. Then I gave you the other self healing, which was an easier form where you just draw the symbols on your palms
Yeah.
and then you visualize the symbols on each 3 to 5 times, drawing on each of the chakras. It's a faster process. If you have done the process, you will know that this doesn't even take 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and it helps you to just get cleared of any kind of imbalance. And this is what I usually follow in the night before I go off to bed. So I'll have some nice soothing music playing and I can quickly get into my mode of doing a quick balance of the seven chakras. And before I'm finished, I usually doze off.
Mhm.
There are going to be very few days when I actually manage to finish all of them. I
Yeah,
usually
the
finish the
baggage.
I've finished the front and the back. I've gone off to sleep.
Yeah, with the baggage clearance, I was dozing off. I had to do it three times or four times to even listen to it completely. I was dozing off when I started. And then I would wake up at the very end of it. And I'm like, okay, what was in it? So I tried it three times. And the third time, I managed to keep awake a little bit longer. So I have to try it again.
And of course, the front part and then the back part. But if you're asking specifically on how to use just the Trishul, you can just let's do that activity right now, actually. Or do I have that? Yes, I have that actually. So let's wait for that maybe. Let's do another activity, which is talking to your chakras. Okay. This is going to be a short meditation. Choose any of the chakras. So if you have gone through your 21 days or the 16 days in this case right now, you would know that one particular chakra has been causing some issues for you. You're wasting more time on that chakra because it demands more attention. Think of that chakra, call out to that chakra, dear XYZ chakra, please tell me what blocks are you carrying and how many days should I heal you to clear that block? This or better. Repeat the prayer 3 times. Close your eyes for 3 minutes and see what you get.
So I got my throat chakra and I got 8 days and I could feel energy moving up and down my throat chakra. And yeah, I mean, usually I don't have it, but since I started this, I've been experiencing some scratchiness, some, dryness in my throat. So,
I got your throat chakra as well, and I could feel the energy moving from the heart to the throat. So it didn't
yeah.
go up for me
Mm.
when I was sending you the healing right now, but it did keep moving like that. So the heart and
Yeah.
the throat is what I got for you.
Yeah, even on the daily sessions also, not every day, but there were some days where I could feel the energy from my heart to my throat. But today it was mostly the throat.
Mm.
So,
So so now you know 8 days.
mm, it
And that
is.
is exactly how you would find out for your clients as well. So if you just
Okay.
sit in the meditation and ask, which is the chakra that I need to concentrate on for them? This is what I do.
Okay.
Okay. I could be looking at you and doing that concentration, or I could just close my eyes after I've seen you and do that concentration, and I can get to know that. So that's how I got to know right now that it was your throat which was moving up and down. And that's exactly what you said. So it's
Mm.
just matter of connecting. Okay. How to heal others. So the modality cannot be used for distance healing unless you are attuned to Reiki level 2, and you are attuned to Reiki level 2. So you can use the Honsha Zeishonen. You're already attuned to that. So you can just use this without any other symbols.
Mm.
Okay. So even if you have someone at a distance, you can give them this particular healing without any other symbols, just the symbols of this workshop. And any questions on how you would do them?
No, I think the same way as we do the self-healing, right? Place the
Right.
symbols and the chakras.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Got
So,
it.
and you can do the same thing of just drawing it on your palms and sending it out while visualizing it on their different chakras. If not chakras, it can be specific organs as well. The
Specific?
symbols are powerful enough, specific organs. So you know
Oh,
that
okay.
somebody's heart is a
Okay.
problem, or you know that somebody's liver is a problem. You could
Hmm.
just send it to that, particular organ. That
Okay.
his
That's
pancreas
great.
are not working properly, his liver is not working properly, his kidneys are not working properly. Just send it to that organ. The
Hmm.
same thing will happen
Hmm. And is there a duration, 21 days, or based on inner guidance?
in a guidance. Okay, once you start doing the healings, you'll notice that there is some positive changes or not.
Hmm. Hmm.
So when people come to me for healing, they may come for just one session for a full body, or they may choose to get more.
Hmm.
But I do multimodalities, so I usually do a package of 5 healings at one time.
Okay.
That, within 5, usually things get cleared unless they're very, very deep rooted. Like cancer, of course, can't be done in 5, or something very depression and trauma. And anything else? Remember to cut cords. Of course, remember to be grounded. Try and have the other person also grounded when you're doing their healings. Of course, they may not be grounded, but once you're doing their healings, they can feel more uh, at more unease sometimes after you've done their healing,
Hmm.
because you've now just messed up with their chakras in terms of trying to balance it, and they're not used to that balance.
Hmm.
So they
Hmm.
may feel more imbalance after that. But if they do a grounding post that session, it may help to ease that chaos that they may be
Okay.
feeling. Trishul for self when healing others. Of course, Trishul can be used just to protect yourself. So before you start healing others, visualize the Trishul symbol in your front, your back, your top, your bottom, your left side, your right side. So you basically have a Trishul everywhere around you. And then allow the divine light being generated from each Trishul and getting interconnected and forming a cocoon or shield of divine light around you. You want to do that now?
Good.
Close your eyes. Visualize drawing a Trishul in front of you, at your back, at the top of your head, under your feet, on your left, on your right. Now, divine light is coming out from the Trishuls and connecting, putting you in a cage of this divine light, putting you in this bubble of divine light. Feel the protection of your divine light around you. Feel that protection of the cocoon around you. Now you're in a protective shield. You can use this protective shield at any point you need. You're going into a very conflicted office meeting, use your protection. You're going in and trying to heal someone else, put yourself in a protective bubble and go. It's always good to protect yourself before you start healing others. You can open your eyes. Did you feel that?
Yes, like you said, a palpable bubble forming around and, Shivaji's presence. So it was very palpable.
And after your healing session, draw the Trishul on the solar plexus.
Okay.
Visualize any cords attached with your client falling off. And then you can transmute these cut cords with the aura cleansing flame symbol. So, what I would usually do is I would draw it, like just draw it in front of my solar plexus, hold on to the cords that I think that they are there. If I can hold on to the cords, I can draw it on the cords as well to cut them off. Or I could use my scissors like we learned in Reiki, whichever way. And then I hold the cords and put them out in the aura cleansing flame symbol.
Okay.
So I can visualize the symbol and then put it in that, or I can visualize a flame and put it in that. Some people can't visualize a flame, they can light a candle and then put the cords in the candle as well.
Okay.
Whatever you find easier, all of it works.
Mm, mm.
Okay. So, no questions on the Trishul now, right?
No.
Let's see how to heal pains. Pains can be both physical and emotional. Draw the relevant symbols in your palms and place your hands on the affected area. Also, visualize drawing the symbols on the affected area. Any chronic pains may require regular healing. No rocket science here. You've already learned your symbols. You already know how to draw them on the palms and on the areas. If you're doing it on chakras, you can use it on pains. You can use it on any organs, etc. So it's not just chakra balancing. It is can be used any place that you need to, like baggage clearance as well. So how to clear particular baggage? Choose a habit, an issue, a memory that you want to remove from your brain, from the conscious, subconscious, or the unconscious, and use the baggage clearing meditation with the specific intent of clearing that particular negativity from your life. Request the symbols or intend for the symbols to clear and release the particular negativity, pattern, habit, or memory when you draw the various symbols in the brain. Can be used for addictions, can be used for only yesterday I had this person going like, I am always constantly thinking of something negative that is going to happen in my office. I'm doing very well, I'm getting appreciation, but tiniest mistake, I sent a wrong email. I rectified it by sending the right email, but I can't stop thinking about sending the wrong email. How did it happen? Why did it happen? What will happen now with that wrong email? So she's just constantly thinking of what can go wrong. This would be something very good to use in those circumstances.
And this can be done for others as well?
This can be done for others as well if they are, if you know what their issue is,
Okay.
primarily.
Mm,
If I know that a certain person is struggling with particular thought process that they need to purge, I could play the meditation in the background and start doing it on their brain because it has the steps quite nicely set up there on the meditation. And I could just do it visualizing them in front of me,
mm.
or I could just do it for my own self, whichever way is
Okay.
all right. But yes, because you're Reiki level 2, you can do it on others as well. Okay. Then, of course, we did include a lot of other information apart from the symbols in the workshop. There is sound healing as well that can be used. There's Tibetan singing bowls, there's tuning forks, etc., that you can use. Every chakra vibrates to a certain frequency. So if we are utilizing that particular frequency on a regular basis, so some days I know that certain chakra is in imbalance, I will use that sound frequency while I sleep. So I've dozed off, but it's playing in the back. In the morning, I feel usually far better and far more in balance. So it does work, and I am a huge, advocate for sound healing because I really think it works.
Mm.
Uh, we know colors as well for each chakra. Color healing also works. So when you are visualizing your symbols on the other person or yourself, you can visualize those symbols in the specific colors, or you can just visualize the color engulfing the chakra when you're doing your own healing or the other person's healing. That also really helps. So just added tips on certain things. You can use
Sure.
mantras. Mantras, of course, are not lum 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 if you're doing root chakra balancing. It has to be the vibration of that mantra. So it has to be a lum. Has to vibrate with that lum. Or you could use 396 hertz frequency. There's a lot of things on YouTube which will say root chakra balancing and some other frequency will be mentioned there. Those are not the true frequencies. Try and avoid using those frequencies because those are not actual. Once you know your frequencies, and you'll notice that all of these frequencies are coming from Tesla.
Okay.
Okay. So everything will add up to the same number. Okay. They'll all be 369.
Three. Okay.
And there is, of course, the sound note, which can be incorporated as well into the particular chakras balancing. Okay.
Mm.
There's essential oils and aromatherapy that can be utilized as well for chakras. You just put a drop of that oil on your specific areas so that you have that aroma around you in order to feel that balance. There are certain essential oils which help with the certain chakras just by, if you are an aroma person. Certain people are not aroma people. So for them, it's not utilizable. But frankincense is one which can be utilized for all. Notice that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people come for money related issues, and money related issues come from root chakra.
Sure.
Okay. So a patchouli incense works very well for money related issues and for balancing your root chakra. Both work equally well. Okay. Then there are the healing codes that we all already share on the groups quite a bit. So there's the quantum healing group codes, and there's the divine healing codes. You can use either. You can write them on your wrists, or you could chant them. If you know that there is a problem with your throat chakra, you could utilize these codes and just regularly chant them, or just write them on yourself, either on the wrist or somewhere else on the body, which is in your auric field, so to allow that healing number to continuously balance that particular area in your life.
Left side of the body?
Left side preferable, if because left is your receiving side. Okay. Then there is yoga, of course, which is always been done for chakra balancing as well. There are different yoga poses that can be utilized for chakra balancing. I have 5 minutes left in the meeting, so if we don't finish, we'll join again.
Okay.
Okay, so in the healing codes, I also had the planets mentioned. We also had the yin and yang part of the chakras mentioned. I am going to share these notes.
Okay.
I'll share them as PDF, so you'll have them as on you as well. Then there is the yoga poses that can be utilized for different chakra balancing. However, the exercises that I already shared and the mudras that I already shared on the workshop work very well. Difficult certain times to do those mudras because there's some of them are like just very twisty. But if you know yoga or you are a yoga practitioner, then you can utilize any of these poses as well for any of the other chakras that you may want. Then there's, of course, crystals that can help to bring about balance in the chakras. There is a seven chakra bracelet that a lot of people wear, but because the seven chakra bracelet has only like one crystal of each chakra, it doesn't give you that much energy unless you really wear a lot of that crystal and you incorporate that crystal in your daily life, like sleeping with the crystal or putting it on that particular chakra and utilizing it more to your benefit. So if you have a root chakra imbalance, putting a red jasper under your root chakra, under your mattress maybe, or under your just root chakra, and sleeping with it so that it can do what it needs to do on a more profound level. Similarly, if you have a root chakra you can issue, then you can utilize a red thing under your bum while you sleep. A lot of times I have advocated people to use red underwears for
Mm.
root chakra issues because it works quite well. People really look at me like, what is she talking? Okay. Then, of course, your values are connected to your chakras as well. So, what is it that you are, what is it that you need more of in your life? If you're feeling a throat chakra imbalance, there is something that is missing here.
Mm.
Okay. Because the throat chakra is responsible for our delivery and communication of negative and positive thoughts. So, is there an issue there? Is there an issue of you being able to communicate your thoughts properly to someone else? It could be just that one person that you're not being able to communicate with
Mm.
and cause an issue in yourself. And ending with grounding, which is an essential part. We have covered this in the first session as well, and covering it again, of course, won't hurt, because in the last 15 days you may have forgotten to do some grounding. Any kind of balancing in your chakras, it is important that you do a grounding as well, because when you are doing that, you may just create more imbalance sometimes, because you are not used to balance. You've been in imbalance for so long that balance doesn't feel nice. Happens certain times. So, grounding, very, very important at the end of all healing sessions for yourself and for others. Now, your questions.
No, I think you covered most of it. No, it's all good.
So, I pretty much had all those questions myself when I was making the workshop, right?
Hmm. Yeah, when you put something down on paper, of course, you review it 1,000 times,
I
and
was like, hmm, did this get answered?
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So,
And of course, we did the workshop last year as well. So, whatever questions we had then, we incorporated that as
okay, okay. So
well.
you do this once a year?
Oh, I'm too lazy actually. That's the my only issue. I'm too lazy to launch anything. Once it's launched, I'm good.
Yeah, all of us have
Chitra,
starting problems. Yeah.
कोई क्वेश्चन चित्रा जी? कैसा रहा
नहीं, मैं
वर्कशॉप आपके लिए?
मेल तो बहुत बढ़िया था। मैंने
हम्म
काफ़ी कुछ शायद मिस किया है जॉइन इन बिटवीन, बट
हम्म
देन आई विल गो थ्रू द स्लाइड्स एक बार वो लिंक मिलेगा तो। अदरवाइज़ आई सॉ दैट वो आपने जो कोड्स वगैरह दिए ना, विल स्टार्ट यूजिंग इट। और आपका मुझे एक क्वेश्चन था, ये अट्यूनमेंट जो होता है ना, मल्टीपल टाइम्स भी अगर हम सुनते हैं तो मतलब क्या चलेगा या नहीं? कैसा है वो प्रोसेस?